Is magic theater? We think so, and we're going to tell you why right now. I'm Brian, and I am one half of the magic duo The Encounter, and this is Magic Chat with Brian and Annie. We are currently in rehearsal with a show called Town X, which premiered at New Jersey Fringe Festival just a month ago, and we're coming up on Rochester Fringe Festival in a few weeks. So narrative magic is basically magic with a story. So there are a few people that we love that do narrative magic. One person is Rob Zabrecky. He has this dark, comedic character, very serious, interesting character, love him. Tina Leonard, who is amazing. She also does a narrative magic. It's kind of puppeteering, it's kind of performance art, it's great. She's amazing. And of course there's Piff the Magic Dragon, who has this amazing character. The thing about most magicians who do narrative magic is that they're very character driven. And Rob Zabrecky and Tina Leonard and Piff the Magic Dragon are all three character driven magicians. You know you're coming to a magic show when you go see them. With us, what we do differently is it's more story driven. With Town X, we really wanted to do a bit of an homage to all of the things that we love about like sci-fi, supernatural, Twilight Zone, like all of these types of things. And our characters really sort of came out of that. Maxwell Fink is the
Deputy Assistant Secretary to the City Plan.
That's an interesting thing because that didn't come till very, very late in the process. We developed this character and I think it was even Tech Week that we decided that we were going to put that in just before we went to Jersey Fringe, because we needed a little bit more to him, and just him saying that one line immediately tells everybody like where he is and who he is, which is kind of cool. A lot of our previous works, I would come to Annie with a list of magic effects and be like, I want to put these in the show, and then she'd write a script. And it worked, but we didn't feel that the magic and the script the story were as integrated as they could be. So this time we developed the magic as we were writing the script, and the story told us what magic was needed. The first magic effect that we wanted to do in the show was we wanted to make a briefcase vanish. I think I was working on it for several months. The story kind of shifted a little bit. We liked the moment. We liked the moment of something fairly large disappearing on stage, but a briefcase just didn't fit anymore. So we changed it to a first aid kit and had to change the method and the prototype and everything like that, but it was definitely worth it for the piece. Okay, so why do we do this? Why do we create narrative magic? There's no surprise in a regular magic show. You've got some dude standing up on stage in front of you, and he tells you what he's gonna do, and then he does it. And everybody's like, yay, he did it. There's absolutely no surprise. So doing a narrative magic show, we do a lot of things where the magic happens to our characters and around our characters, as opposed to our characters being like an apple or a bird or whatever. But I think this is much more surprising and much more satisfying to an audience. Doing a narrative magic piece really gives us the opportunity to be more creative, which is great. We get to figure out what the story is and how to really effectively weave those magic effects so that they make sense to the story. Because if they don't make sense to the story, then we cut them. We're merciless, which I think makes us really good performers as well, because we know what to keep and what's going to make the piece really strong and what to get rid of. I think the reason why more magicians aren't doing narrative magic is because while it's very satisfying creatively, it's hard. Like, it's really, really hard. But also keep in mind that both Annie and I come from intense theatrical backgrounds. I've been acting since I was like 12, and Annie's been acting since she was about 4. So we went to college for theater. So that background has informed what we do magically. Did I say it's a lot of work? I did. But I think in the end, it's worth it to create a narrative magic piece, because ultimately it is more satisfying for me personally, and I think Annie as well, to like create something that's new and interesting in the world. And I think it's more interesting for our audiences as well. So if you're interested in following more of our narrative magic journey, you can join us on Patreon, where you'll get a lot more of this and also a lot of behind the scenes footage that we don't post on YouTube because it's behind the scenes footage. So join us over there. Also, if you have any questions for Annie or myself or both of us, leave them in the comments below. Thanks a lot. Bye.